Hi everybody, thanks for coming out. I'm Jerry Condon with Veterans for Peace, and one of the many organizations that formed Seattle United Against FBI Repression. Why are we here today? We're here as concerned citizens defending our democracy. We're here because we're concerned about illegal wars and occupations, and now we're concerned about not only violations of international law, but violations of the U.S. Constitution. People who are speaking out for peace in this world, speaking out against illegal war and occupation, are now being targeted by the FBI in a clear attempt to intimidate the peace movement. People who are like Veterans for Peace delegations who visit Palestine or Colombia are now being told that talking to people in foreign countries is material aid for terrorism. This is unacceptable. So we're here to make our fellow citizens aware that we have a real problem. As you know, on September 24th, the FBI raided homes and offices of peace and solidarity activists in Chicago and Minneapolis, and 14 activists have been subpoenaed to appear before a grand jury. They've all exercised their Fifth Amendment rights not to testify to those who are trying to incriminate them. And now, however, 3 of them, we are told, are about to be recalled before the grand jury. If they refuse to testify, they may be going to jail. So we're here to defend our movement and to defend civil liberties in this country. And we're bringing it right to the doorstep of the FBI because they're obviously a key tool in this repression against our movement for peace and justice. You may have noticed that they locked the door here, and so maybe they know that we want to deliver something. We're actually going to be approaching the door, knocking on it soon.
Open the door. We'd like to give something to Laura Laughlin, head of the Seattle FBI. What? Louder? Ma'am, we're here. We're public citizens. We'd like to give it to her. There must be somebody in her office who could come down and get it. I mean, what are you afraid of?
Can she at least receive this document from
Can
us?
you at least take it and give it to them?
Okay, so he's going to be checking with somebody upstairs for directions.
What'd they say?
Said we should mail it.
We have a subpoena to deliver, and we have a good copy of it here. Want to hold that up there? And you're going to call over. First, we're going to call up to the office, see if we can reach the agent in charge.
Right. We've got to. Okay. Yes, can I just speak to Laura Laughlin?
Okay.
Yes, my name is Adrienne Weller. It's regarding, I'm down here with a bunch of people from the Seattle United to Stop FBI Repression to issue a people's subpoena to the FBI in 2 agents logged off for the FBI. Uses the FBI to travel on the constitutional rights. Voicemail.
Oh my God, my phone's ringing.
Voicemail. I now have voicemail. I'm going to leave a message. Bureau of Investigation, and we're issuing a subpoena to the FBI on behalf of the women, workers, people of color, immigrants, activists, advocates for oppressed people, all persons concerned with maintaining their rights under the Constitution of the United States versus the Federal Bureau of Investigation. This is a subpoena in a criminal case. It's the Special Agent in charge, Laura Laughlin. We wish to investigate the charge that the Federal Bureau of Investigation has trampled on the constitutional rights of anti-war activists, socialists, and others in the Minnesota and Chicago areas who have advocated for labor rights and for solidarity and justice for Palestinians and Colombians, has subjected these activists to home invasions, raids, and property theft, is attempting to drag the persons in question before a grand jury, itself a tool of the FBI, wherein those testifying are denied representation and all civil rights. You are commanded to appear in the court of the people of the United States immediately to testify in the above referenced case, and we are downstairs right now. We'll be here till 1. You are also commanded to bring with you the following documents or objects: the Declaration of Independence, Constitution of the United States, and the Bill of Rights, computers and cell phones taken by your agents, boxes of records on anti-war activities taken by your agents, personal photographs of family and children taken by your agents, Inspector General reports regarding FBI agents breaking the rules on domestic surveillance and cheating on domestic surveillance exams. This is Seattle United Against FBI Repression. You can call 206-499-1220. Again, we're downstairs. We'll be here till 1 o'clock.
So what happened when you went up to the door?
The door was locked, and the two guards down there wouldn't open it. We asked them to open it, and they said they wouldn't. Then I asked them to let us deliver this, and they said they wouldn't. I said, can we give it to you? And they said they wouldn't. And they said I had to mail it. And I said, well, we're down here right now. We've got this, and we'd like to give it to, Special Agent in Charge Laura Laughlin. And they said we couldn't. So I asked them, what are you afraid of? We just want to give her something, But they wouldn't even let us in the lobby. So what I did was I called the office. The man who answered it, when he knew what I wanted to do, transferred me to voicemail. And after an interminable voicemail message, I read the subpoena against the FBI on the behalf of the people of the United States to the voicemail message, and told them we were downstairs here, they should come down and get it, and we'd be here till 1 o'clock. It's December the 2nd in Seattle.
What's the next step, do you think?
Well, I think the next step will have to be, we have to continue to make known the fact that they're trying to prison people who are activists for justice against wars, who are socialists, and who are trying to stand up for Palestine and Colombia. We can't, if they let them criminalize this, nobody will be able to say anything.
Would you like to say your name and why you're here today?
I'm Dorley Rainey, and I believe in the Constitution, and I don't like to have people in power like FBI, which means find better information, by the way. I don't like them to trample on the Constitution.
My name's Linda Jansen, and I'm here because people in the Midwest were standing up for the people of the world, and the FBI decided to take them in. So we object to that, and we'll be out here until they quit that and give back their stuff to the people they have threatened with dire straits.
1, 2, 3, 4. FBI is knocking at the door. 5, 6, 7, 8. Say no to raids. Don't hesitate. 1, 2, 3, 4. FBI is knocking at the door. 5, 6, 7, 8. So raids. Don't hesitate.
Here because I'm pretty pissed. But more so because I want to be able to speak my mind, and I've been raised with the idea that that's something that automatically comes with being a U.S. citizen, and clearly that's not the case when we have peace protesters like myself who are being followed and searched and having their materials taken. And it's the same thing that happened in the 60s to neutralize political dissent, and I find that to be anti-democratic and anti-American, and the fact that the government is doing it is a serious problem to me, and that signals a disintegration of democracy, and it's appalling to me that the press hasn't talked about it. Clearly they're trying to keep people from knowing, and so nobody's talking about it. You just have to get out on the street. Hopefully I won't come home to my apartment in tatters, you know. Probably not, because we're a small crowd right now, but you never know. That's what happens when other citizens are neutralized and put in jail for their political opinions. And I find it very troubling also that right-wing activists are not targeted in the same way. It is only the left that is so horrendously harassed and called terrorists. People who bomb abortion clinics are not called terrorists. They're not followed. They don't have their stuff searched. It's only people who protest the wars or who protest human rights, for their civil liberties, for gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgender rights, and who organize for progressive values that get this kind of treatment from our government. That's a big problem. So that's why. My name is Devin McDonald. Fuck you, FBI. Get the fuck out of my life.
Defend our rights. FBI, get out. Stop the wars. Raise the shout. We tried to deliver, to meet with the FBI, to deliver a statement, actually our people's subpoena, and as you see, the response was to lock the doors of the FBI. They would lock down the entire hour. They wouldn't even open the door to hear what we had to say. So they told us we need to mail the subpoena to them, so I guess we'll have to do that. But we're leaving one here so they can hopefully, after we've all disappeared and they feel safe, they'll come out and get it, and perhaps it'll get delivered. It's really important that we keep up this fight, because it's an attack against our entire movement, against the peace movement, against the solidarity movement. It's an attack on those who advocate for socialism. It's an attack for really against all dissent against U.S. government policies. And right now there are 3 women in Minneapolis who are facing the possibility of going to jail, merely because they don't want to cooperate with an FBI witch hunt against the peace movement. So people's lives are on the line, and our civil liberties are on the line. So it's important that we keep up this fight. We'll be having another meeting soon of the Seattle United Against FBI Repression, and planning continuing activities. We visited this morning with Congressman McDermott's office, and we'll be attempting to meet soon with representatives of our 2 United States senators. In the meantime, we encourage everybody to contact their representatives and their senators. Ask them to contact and pressure President Obama and Attorney General Eric Holder and Barack Obama are the people really where the buck stops at their desk here. Eric Holder is in charge of the Justice Department. He should be able to rein in Patrick Fitzgerald in Chicago. Certainly President Obama, as President of the United States, could step in and say, wait a second, the FBI shouldn't be used against our own, the FBI should not be used to intimidate and investigate Well, that's fine.
Please deliver it.
Thank you for
Deliver that to your superiors.
you.
Delivered it. Thank you.
All right, one small step for mankind. Anybody else have anything they'd like to add? Adrian?